guys, and today I am very excited to bring you my Battle of Kashyyyk MOC, which is my biggest MOC that I have ever built. It is a total of 8 green base plates big. It has over 5,000 pieces, probably closer to 10,000, ton of minifigures, and I am very excited to give you guys a tour of my Battle of Kashyyyk. So, I'll give you guys a quick aerial view first, starting on the droid side, which is on the beach. And then as I move up, there's a clone trench, and then it transitions into more forest, another clone trench, and then some thicker trees, and then the Republic base in the back. So I wasn't trying to replicate anything that was seen on Kashyyyk in the movie. I just wanted to kind of make my own Kashyyyk MOC, have a base in the back, and have a big battle going on. So that is exactly what I did. So back here I have just a little bit of water. It's just some blue plates, but I'm happy with how it turned out. And then here I have Count Dooku kind of commanding the droid forces. I put him in here since he was recently added to Star Wars Battlefront 2. That'd be a fun little inclusion. And then here is a Corporate Alliance tank droid storming up the beach. And then there are a total of 4 droidicas, 1 stap, and then also a dwarf spider droid. And then here you can see the first line of droids, which was wiped out by the clones in the trench that have since been wiped out by the second droid wave. And then here you can see in the back of the droid forces there are some super battle droids. That one's getting knocked down. And then there are a ton of B1s in the front. You see a lot of them getting shot and destroyed. A lot of them already destroyed. Some of them are on fire, but then there are a lot of them still shooting, trying to take down the clone defense. And then back here, I forgot to mention, there's a pile of droids that were taken out by a thermal detonator. And you can see it's still sitting there, just the remnants of it. So, that is the droid lines. I'm very happy with the way this turned out. This is pretty much all of my droids, or at least regular B1s and B2s. So, definitely a very big droid force that is attacking a very small clone one. So the first clone line was comprised of about 8 clones, and then the second line is a little more than that, probably about 10 on the ground, and then a few more in the swamp speeder. And then there are also a few Wookiees helping out the clone defense. So, and then there you can see there are a few of them in the tree line as well, trying to take some cover and take out these droids. See, the clones have an ATRT to help in their defense, and also Chief Torfel has come to assist. And then here there was kind of a heavy clone gunner who had a grenade launcher, but he was taken out. And then there is one, and there is another clone. He is... sorry about this, where is he? Oh, there's one that survived the first wave, but is getting taken out. But then there's another one... there we go, who is hiding right here. He survived the first droid wave. He was in the sand bunker, and he escaped behind this tree, and he is getting ready to charge out at some droids. And then here in the trench, Commander Degree is commanding the clone defense. And then just a bunch of Kashyyyk scout troopers in the trench. You can see a few have been taken down, but a lot are still shooting. There's another look at the ATRT. And then some Wookiees. Yes, a lot of them are just different variations of Chewbacca minifigures, but those are pretty much all the Wookiees that I have, so that is what I used. So then, for grass detail, I used a lot of these grass pieces. I really like the way this came out. Did use a few of the larger bush pieces, some of the pine tree pieces, and then I also built a few of my own trees. And then here's a swamp speeder that has kind of been half destroyed by the droid forces. You can see half of it's on fire, half of it is still alive, though I'm not sure if they can shoot with only half a swamp speeder. And then moving back in the MOC, the kind of rear of the forest has been cleared so that they could build the giant base. So they did leave foliage on the ground, but here by the swamp speeder bay, the foliage has been packed down by the swamp speeders being launched out, but there's still a nice line of trees right here. So then here's just a look at the battlefield from another angle. Really like the way this looks. Just very happy with the way this turned out. Really like all the grass detail that I put on here. And also just the sheer amount of droids attacking is insane. So that is it for the battlefield. I will go ahead and show you guys the base. So the base isn't too big. The base itself is only about like 16 studs wide and maybe like 10 studs deep. But it is the biggest base that I have personally made, and I am very happy with the way it turned out. And then there is a docking bay for the swamp speeders on this side, and then a landing pad on that side. And then there is a gun emplacement right here that can swivel 360 degrees. But right now it is facing forward, so it can shoot at the oncoming droids. And then there is this little like energy field preventing things getting in and out of the hangar. But as the cone shows on the end, this is retracting so that the second swamp speeder can go out and join the battle. And then there is a defense wall along the base here. This is made up out of stud shooters, and every third line or tower of stud shooters is only one tall, so that clones can shoot out there and still be protected by the higher walls of stud shooters. And I'll go ahead and move around to the other side of the base before I show you the base itself. So here is kind of like a little guard wall on this side. The other side does have one, but it is not as elaborate as this, just a line of bricks. But I'm very happy with the way this turned out. And you can see that Anakin Skywalker has landed to assist, and he is leaping into battle along with a clone trooper armed with a heavy weapon. And then the gate to this hangar area is open, but it can also close. It's just two ladder elements, and then a little piece of grass is in the way. This can close just like that. And there's a little piece right there to close up the gap in between the ladders. So I'm happy with this, how this came out. Really like the use of the ladder pieces as the gate. And then the stud shooter line continues up until the edge of the hangar, and there's a little path that leads to the other side. And then the window continues all along the side of the base and then comes just to the front corner. And then this side of the base has a big blast shield to protect their power generators from enemy fire. And if you want, the glass pieces are not actually glass. This is supposed to represent a little ray shield. And then the projector is kind of this area here, and then it's also projecting on the top. And this can be removed, so I can give you guys a better look at these power generators. I'm very happy with this design. I've had these built for a little while and decided to throw them into the MOC. I think they look very nice. I'm very happy with that design. And then this clips on just like that, and these things are protected. And there's just a bit of open area here so that clones can get up onto the roof and maybe fix up the ray shield or power generators. And then just some simple roping along the edges so that people don't fall off. And then also this large gun emplacement that is on a ball joint so it can rotate all around and shoot at the droids. But currently it is aiming for that Corporate Alliance tank droid. And then on this side there is a ladder so that clones can get up to the top. And the window does not go as far on this side of the base. So the roof can come off. It is just attached with a few studs. So this can come off just like that. To give you guys a look at the inside, I do apologize that this brick is caving in a little bit. I had to move the MOC recently, and it seems like that wall did not like being moved. So the inside of the base just has 4 simple beds, a stand for 4 different helmets right here. Just a small little armory, but most of the weapons are in use because of the battle. And there's this guy just guarding the door, and he has a little control console right there. And then he just sits in a chair that is attached with a jumper plate. And then there are jumper plates around the base that clones can be positioned all around. And the sliding door actually works. So you can just slide it back, although right now this piece is hindering it, so let me just fix that real quick. Alright, so I fixed that piece, and now I can show you how the door works. So there's this little stud that acts as a handle, and it goes into this little indent in the door. And then the door just slides all the way back and goes flush except for the handle. And the handle sticks out just so that I can then close the door by grabbing it. And that opens up a 4-stud wide doorway. And I think that is a pretty cool view. And you can see out into the rest of the MOC. You can just see a Wookiee and the insane amount of approaching droids. So that is really it for the inside of the base. The control station clone does get a little window so that he can see who is trying to come into the base, so he knows if he should open the door or leave it closed. And then here at the door, just pull on that, and then it closes all the way. And the door does look a little weird since I'd use a lot of 1x1s but I'm okay with that. I think it still looks pretty cool. And that is it for the interior of the base. It is still a pretty small base, but like I said, it is the biggest that I have personally done, and I am very happy with the way that it came out. And the roof just slides back on like this and attaches down just like that. So that is it for the base. So before I wrap things up, I realized I didn't give you guys a proper look at the clone trenches. So this is the one on the beach, and you can see there are a bunch of 41st clones right there, and they have been just obliterated by the droid forces. They're getting trampled, but they did do their job because there are a lot of droids lying dead on the front of the beach. And then the rear trench in the mud is built up to about a brick in height. And then the clones are defending it there, and they have quite a big area to kind of stage their defense, although there just are not a lot of clones compared to the amount of droids. So I'm just going to give you guys a whole look at the clone line from a different angle. And you can see some clones are hiding in the trees, like that guy there, with a longer rifle, so he's trying to snipe the droids from farther away. And then there's a better look at that clone that survived the attack on the beach. And he's getting ready to take out some of these droids, but it looks like the Swamp Speeder has done its job before it got blown up. So I do believe that is it for the MOC, so I'll go ahead and give you guys a quick aerial view. So here's an aerial view of the MOC to close out the video, and I am just very happy with the way this turned out. Like I said at the beginning, this is the biggest MOC that I have personally built, and it just used so many pieces, it took so many hours to put together. Since most of the MOC is raised up one brick, so that means that all these plates had to be supported by a bunch of rainbow pieces underneath, so there's just so many pieces in this MOC. I would wager over 5,000, but probably not up to 10,000, so just a ton of pieces, a ton of hours of work went into this thing. And like I said, I'm just very happy with the way this MOC turned out. Just the sheer amount of droids, the tiny amount of clones, and then the base I'm also very happy with. So, yeah, if you guys enjoyed this MOC, a like is very much appreciated on the video. And I hope to do more MOCs like this in the future, so definitely click that subscribe button so that you don't miss any more cool MOCs. And, yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this video, please let me know by leaving a comment down below, and definitely stay tuned for more MOC videos. And thank you guys for watching this video, and I look forward to building more and showing them to you very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.